Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a really long time since I filmed a video. If you follow me on Instagram, you do know that there has been a lot going on in my life within the last couple of months. So it's been really hard and really challenging for me to find time to film a video and even find time to edit it. But I decided to do a Q&A video. It was requested a lot on Instagram when I posted about me doing a talking video on YouTube. So I'm going to answer as many questions as I could possibly answer on Instagram. So it's a lot of questions, so I'll try to do as many as I can. And I'll do a mix of makeup related questions and also personal questions. So, I mean, if you care to hear the personal, you can hear it. If not, you can fast forward it, whatever. So one of the first questions that I got was, what are the biggest struggles of being a younger mom? I know I'm young, I'm only 24, but I don't consider myself kind of living the struggle of a young mom. To me, a young mother would be maybe between the ages of 16 to 20, and that's a little harder because you're still trying to juggle school while having a kid on top of probably having a job, and it's just a different stress level. So I'm gonna answer the question more on what are the struggles of being a mom, not so much a younger mother, because like I said, a lot of us go through our different struggles. But one of the hardest parts of being a mom is just trying to learn to balance everything and still adjusting to being a mother, period. Because there's just so much learning being a mother. You learn so much about raising a child, things that you didn't even know you were capable of doing. You learn that you're capable of doing it and more. So you kind of, the struggle is just learning to adjust to those life-changing things. I would say just adjustment. There you go. That is one of the struggles of being a mom. Because whether you're a first-time mom, you're adjusting to one kid. If you have another one, now you're adjusting to two, and blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. And you're not adjusting just to the fact you have a kid. You're adjusting how to parent. So yeah. How do you choose your transition/lid colors? I honestly do not know how to put a set of colors together that will go together cohesively. The transition color I always use is like a neutral color. Just something that will give a little bit more definition to my crease, but you'll never really see me put like black eyeshadow in my crease. It's always like a neutral brown, maybe a light burgundy is like the darkest that I would go. Somebody said, why did you sort of laid back on doing makeup? There is a lot that's been going on in my life. I am no longer with my daughter's father, who we were married. We're not together anymore. So that was one of the biggest life-changing things I went through this year. And I also found new love, but I'll get more into that later on. So that has been one of the main reasons why I just haven't been posting so much makeup on Instagram, because I've just been really trying to connect with my followers, my fellow mothers and wives and girlfriends, and on a more personal level. So a lot of my posts have been more personal things that I've been going through. But I mean, I have been posting makeup as well. But now I'm just doing a little bit of both. I'm not just keeping it makeup wise. I'm also trying to post about my daily struggles and stuff too, because I know a lot of people can relate to me a lot more because I share those type of good and bad moments of my life. How old is your boyfriend? And how did you guys meet? well, he's my age, he's 24. And oh God, if I tell you how we met, you would think that I'm lying. So for those of you that, again, have been following me for a long time, you do know that I am from New York. And when I lived over there, him and I went to the same elementary school. And he said he had a crush on me. I don't believe it, because he had a crush on every girl that existed in that school, but he denies that. And I had a crush on him, but I was like 9. I'm not gonna tell you that I like you. I didn't want to kiss. That was disgusting at 9 years old. Who wants to kiss that young? Plus, like, my mom would have freaking killed me. But it's so funny because when you graduate elementary school in New York, so when I graduated 6th grade, he wrote in my yearbook that he said something like, oh, keep looking good with your fine self, or something like that. Which looking back at it now, I find it so funny. And I crossed it out when he wrote that, because I was like, oh my God, if my mom sees this, she's going to think that I have a boyfriend, and then I'm gonna get in trouble. So I was like, boom. And now I look at it, I really didn't scratch anything out, because you could still read it. But yeah, so we would talk here and there as the years went by, but you know, we both fell in love with other people. Met them, you know, when we were young, and we kind of lost touch for a couple years, and Instagram pretty much united us again, or reunited us. But of course, it wasn't like that. We were friends, and the last time I had a crush on him, I was like 10, 11. So it's not like, you know, the emotions are different because we're grown-ups now, you know. And so yeah, we were just friends, and mind you, I haven't seen him since I was about 11 years old, and we reconnected when we were, I don't know, 23-ish. And when I ended up separating from my daughter's father, him and I, we were friends, and I think that's why we fell in love, because we were friends first. That really opens a whole new different side of being in a relationship. The last relationship I was in, I was 15 years old when I got into it. I didn't know anything. I didn't care about anything. The only thing I cared about was how cute you were. But now that I'm 24 and I've been married and I have a daughter, and now I'm not with the man that I was married to, I did a lot of growing up and I learned a lot. So being in a relationship right now is a whole nother experience as to when I started a relationship at 15 years old. I have a way of talking a lot, so it's hard to keep these questions short. How do I keep my hair from looking dry after it's been dyed? Keep in mind, a lot of these questions, it's going to be random as each question goes by. They're not going to all be like in a certain category. So yeah, I don't really do my hair. I go to a stylist to do it. If I did it myself, it would probably look really bad, because I'm not good with doing hair at all. Like, if you follow me on Instagram, my hair either looks like this, nice and glamorous, because someone did it. Because if I did it, you're gonna see a little poofy bun, because that's all I know how to do to my hair. And which eyeliner do you recommend? Okay, so I'm gonna do two. What I use for like my wing, and then what I would use for my waterline. For my wing, I use the Inglot 77 gel liner. It's like a mega dark. And then I set it with Rimmel London liquid liner. You can buy it at Walmart. I think it's like $8, and I've been using that for years. There is no other liquid liner that I've come across that is just as good. So, and then for my waterline, I like to use, this is my favorite neutral liner. Everyone's always asking me what liner do I use in my waterline. That's the neutral color, and it's from Bennye. I don't think you could see that. What's the color? The color is called Light. So it's I mean, I'm wearing it right now. I don't know if you can really see it because the lighting is freaking horrible right now, but yeah, that's my favorite one. What is the trick to getting the perfect foundation? I've tried so many and none seem to cut it for me. So I'm gonna go based off of the perfect foundation, pigmentation wise and texture wise. So when I used to work at MAC, the way I used to test foundation on my clients, which I feel like is the smartest way to do it, instead of putting foundation on the whole entire face, I mean, I would do that, but the main thing that I always looked at was the neck, you know, like right here, the jawline and the neck. I always wanted to make sure that those two colors matched, because I hate when you could see like color cutoff right by the jawline. You could just notice the difference. So I feel like that's one of the easiest, because okay, not every artist can see when a color matches or not. Don't ask me why, but whatever, people make mistakes. Sometimes the lighting's off. I'm not gonna front. The lighting might be off in the store. When you go out in natural lighting, you see it a little different. So you could, you know, buy it, test it out, and then go out for like a day and see how you like it, you know? And then if you don't like it, return it. And then texture wise, that's something that the person you're working with really has to do a lot of investigating with you about the type of skin that you have, whether it's dry, whether it's oily, whether it's combination. And from there, they could really recommend the best foundation for you, because everyone's case is different. Everyone has different skin issues. So it's hard for me to give you like a general foundation, like go out and get this, because what works for me might not work for you, and what works for you might not work for me. So that's why I say try to, you know, get an artist that kind of looks like they know what they're doing, and yeah, try a bunch of different foundations, and there you go. That's how I used to do it when I worked at MAC, so I'm pretty sure it works still. This question so much, and I really am not comfortable answering it, but I will give you just the most general answer I could possibly give, very basic answer, and it's why did my daughter's father and I ended up like separating. We just grew apart. Honestly, we started really young when we were together. We got married really young, and we just, I feel like we grew up too fast, and I'm not gonna say it's anything that's his fault or anything that's my fault. I'm not gonna victimize myself, and I'm not gonna be pointing the finger, none of that. It's just 9 years later, feelings change from when you're 15 to when you're 24. You grow up a lot. That's really like the best way I think I could put that. So yeah, I'm sure if a lot of you have gone through problems, you can kind of like figure other things out, but I won't get into depth about that. What is your favorite foundation? My favorite foundation is the MAC Studio Fix, the liquid foundation. I like full coverage. Like, I have freckles and everyone's always telling me like, oh, why do you hide it? And I don't hide it purposely. Like, I don't like my freckles. It's just I prefer fuller coverage, because I'm just like, I'm so dramatic with my eyes, and I feel like my face has to match that. And it doesn't have to be like that. That's just my personal preference. So what advice do you have on doing things to make yourself happy and having to deal with judgmental people who want to live your life through you? Okay, well, like, okay, I'm not gonna say I don't pay mind to judgmental people or the negative people, because I still could run into a couple comments, you know? It's not like I don't see them. But 9 times out of 10, I don't let it get to me. But sometimes people be trying me on the wrong day. And I think we all have our days that, nope, we're not, you're shutting it down, 'cause we're not dealing with that. And everyone's like, oh, but don't let it get to you. Listen, I really don't let it get to me. But some people just be trying me, like I said, on the wrong day. And sometimes I gotta correct people sometimes, you know? I mean, I think I've earned that. As many negative comments as I get weekly, I can respond to one. Kind of teach somebody a lesson not to try me like that. But I try to stay positive because at the end of the day, like, I'm still making money and you're just behind the cell phone commenting negative things. So, I mean, who's winning there? Anyways, I'm so, if you can't tell by now, like, my characteristic is I'm a special kind of person. Anyways, how did you lose weight after giving birth to your baby? I didn't have a baby, but I'm trying to lose weight. I hope you can answer this. If you can't, it's alright. I won't get mad. Well, you won't get mad because I'm gonna answer it. But it's probably not a good answer anyways. In the beginning, when I first had the baby, I was working out and stuff, but like now I don't have the time. It's just, ooh, when your kids get to the terrible 2 stage, and she's not even 2 yet, she still has a couple more months. Ooh, child, you don't have no time to do anything. I do my makeup like 6 times a month because I just don't have the time with a kid with that much energy. But maybe that's why I lose weight, because I'm chasing after a kid with so much energy. But yeah, I would say just work out, eat healthy. I'm not a fan of dieting, so I'm more of a portion control kind of person, and it works for me. But again, everyone's body is different, so I don't know. You can try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you gotta try something else. When you started doing makeup, did you struggle a little because you wanted your makeup to look so professional and perfect? And how long did it take you to get to where you are at now? One thing I did not do when I was starting out in the makeup industry was compare my work to other people. I knew that I was learning, I was still in the beginning stages, so I knew my work wasn't gonna look like what I seen on magazines and, on the red carpet, because at that time YouTube, it was, just kind of starting out when I started out. It wasn't something the way it is now. And Instagram definitely didn't exist. I think MySpace was still like the thing back then. But I just practiced all the time, and I never tried to become like a specific artist. I just was inspired by a bunch of different artists, and I kind of just took little techniques from everybody and kind of turned it into my own thing. How long did it take me to get to where I'm at now? It's been about 8 years, 7, 8 years. But like I said, Instagram and social media just wasn't that big when I first started doing makeup. But now, oh gosh, it's such a big help for a lot of people right now, including myself. So yeah, it took me about 7 to 8 years. How do I deal with co-parenting? Has my boyfriend met my daughter's father? Okay, co-parenting. I like to make everything fair. So I'm the kind of person that it doesn't matter what the guy and I are going through. I do not want to see the baby suffer. So I don't care how angry I could be at someone. I'll never take the opportunity of you bonding with your child away from you, because it's not fair to her. So I look out for my baby girl, and she loves her daddy, so there's no way that I would ever keep her daddy away from her. And has my boyfriend met my daughter's father? No, he hasn't met him. Plus, my boyfriend doesn't even live here, so it really would be no point. It's different if he lived here and we lived together. That's another story. But he doesn't live in Florida. He lives in New York. I live in Florida. So it's really no point. My butterfly necklace, because someone asked, it's from J. Marie Collection, like the letter J, Marie Collection on Instagram. She has a lot of cute things, and I like wear this every day. How did you get started doing makeup? Freelance, beauty school, training. Also, do you make good money and have a lot of work in the field? Reason I ask, Makeup has been a hobby passion of mine, but always hesitated because job prospects might be low. Well, the way I got started doing makeup was just pretty much practicing on myself. And I did that for maybe like 2-3 years. It actually took me a lot of courage to finally do makeup on someone else. And then I started doing it on other people, and that's where you kind of gain the confidence as an artist, when you start doing makeup on different faces, because everyone's face, everyone's skin color is different, everyone's features. So it's a challenge, a new challenge every time you do someone's makeup, but that definitely will make your skills a lot stronger, and you'll learn a lot more techniques if you find the courage to do makeup on other people. I know that's the scariest thing for someone that's learning, but trust me, and you'll get used to it. But you know, I think that, to me personally, that's one of the best ways to learn. I didn't go to school for it. I'm a self-taught artist. I didn't go to a special training. I did freelance, but that was after I left MAC, and that's what I'm doing now, freelancing. Do I make good money? Yeah, you can make good money if you stay busy. But you have, you know, your work has to stay consistent, and you know, it's a good field to be in. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's a good field to be, but you just have to be a determined and motivated artist to want work, because work is not gonna find you. You have to find work. My favorite brushes and tools. Okay, well, I like swear. Okay, there's 2 brands that I swear by for my makeup brushes, and that is Morphe Brushes. I'm sure many of you have heard about them. So freaking cheap, like price-wise, quality, amazing. It has like high-end quality for lower-end prices, and you know that's what we're all looking for. And the Makeup Addiction, those are also my other favorite brush line. Oh, their brushes, they're just so smooth. I've had their brushes maybe like a year or a year and a half already. Not one brush have I ever seen any shedding at all. So I'm not getting paid to tell you guys this. Like, this is legit. Those are like the 2 best brands that I personally come across. Best makeup tricks to cover acne scars. It depends on the pigmentation of your skin. So if you have a lot of redness on your face, then a green color corrector is like the best thing that you could use. LA Girl makes them now. So, and LA Girl concealers and correctors, they're like, I don't know, maybe like $4. It's like super cheap, but the quality, I have the concealer under my eye right now. Amazing, amazing quality. I wouldn't wear it if I didn't like it, so you can trust that. It's something that you legit should use. And then of course you can always set it with a fuller coverage powder like the MAC Studio Fix powder. It's a pretty good coverage powder. The best makeup tips for dark under eye circles. So if that's an issue for you, the best thing to use to color correct that is you have to use creams that are more on the red rose side. Just depends on your skin color. If you see, like, I'm sure a lot of you have probably seen tutorials on YouTube or those little mini clips on Instagram where people use like pink or like straight up red underneath their eye, and it looks crazy, but in reality it just blocks out the darkness, so that when you add a concealer over it, it doesn't look like you have black and blues under your eyes. So trust me, that helps. One person said, we just started following you. Inspired. Please share your inspiration. We are always interested in what pushes those who have success in chosen fields. My baby, my daughter is my biggest inspiration. I don't ever want to see that little girl suffer. So I gotta push myself till I can't anymore, and then I'll still push myself to always make sure that I'm providing a good life for her. That doesn't mean that she needs to be spoiled and this and that. That's not really what's important. As long as my baby has a bed to sleep on, a house to live in, and food to eat, that's the most important to me. What do you recommend for lighting to take Instagram pictures? And what advice do you have for those of us who are newer to social media and need help getting our name out on Instagram or YouTube? Lighting, I'm still struggling with that, as you can see, because this freaking videos got me looking yellow. But a ring light is the best. I don't own a ring light yet. But I definitely have to get one. They're just, God, when you're like living on your own, paying bills, spending $200 on a light hurts your soul a little bit. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. And what advice do I have for people starting out on social media? You just gotta be really consistent with your work, because I notice people on social media, they get bored very fast if you're not consistent with what they like seeing. So that's one of the big things, is consistency, practice. And again, remember, it's not all about the numbers on social media. The numbers in your bank account is what matters, okay? What's my favorite Starbucks drink? Oh my God, I'm such a Starbucks fiend. Like, oh, if you ever want to buy me anything, buy me a Starbucks gift card and we will be best friends forever. My favorite drink is the iced vanilla latte, because they always like they always discontinue the caramel flan latte. That is my favorite drink, and I'm so mad I can only get it during the holidays. Freaking sucks. So throughout the year, I just stick to my iced vanilla lattes, the closest thing I can get to the caramel flan. How has it been maintaining a long distance relationship, and how often do you guys usually go without seeing each other? Oh lordy. It is so hard being in a long distance relationship. I will not sugarcoat that for nothing in the world. It's hard. It's not in terms of being faithful. That's not hard. I don't have any issue being faithful. What is hard is not being able to see that person every day, or hug that person, or kiss that person. Especially when you're so in love. Like, this is the most in love I have ever felt. So it's really hard on me having to be away from him, because I feel so lonely when him and I are not together, because I feel like he brings the best out of me. So when I'm not with him, it's just like, you know, I'm counting down the days till I see him again. And I think the most we've ever gone without seeing each other is like a month, if that, because him and I, we're like obsessed with each other. So it's really hard for us to go anything longer than that without seeing each other. That's why even if he comes to Orlando for a weekend, he tries to. And since my job, because you know what I do as a makeup artist, I have a little more flexibility with my schedule, so I could be in New York a little longer than he could be over here. So yeah, we go like a month, if that. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Okay, in 5 years I will be 29. So I don't really have a goal. Oh, when I'm 29 I want this, but I have a goal when I'm in my 30s. When I hit 30, that's only 6 years away from me, I want to be established completely. I want to graduate college. I only have 2 years left to get my bachelor's, so I definitely want to have that done before I hit 30. I want to own a house by the time I'm 30. I would hope to be remarried till forever by the time I'm 30, and have another kid by 30. Shoot, that's a lot of stuff to do in 6 years. Holy moly, I just noticed that. Are you and Patrick still friends? Yes, we are still friends. We travel a lot. I'm in New York a lot, he's in LA a lot. And then when I'm in Orlando, he's in LA. And when he's in Orlando, I'm in New York. But we still try to talk you know, here and there over the phone, but yeah, we're still friends. What's the funniest thing you saw your baby girl do? She twerks. And I don't know how, because I never taught her how to twerk. She literally like bends over and shakes her butt. And I've never done that in front of her. So like, it's so funny, but at the same time, I'm like, girl, people are gonna look at me like, what the hell are you teaching your 1-year-old child? It's cute, but it's just like, oh my God, she's just such a mini grown-up. It's weird. It's so funny, I have more questions about me and my boyfriend than makeup questions. Do I drink? And if so, what's my favorite alcoholic drink? No, I don't drink alcohol. My boyfriend always laughs at me because I'm like a water drinker. Everyone would, yes, can I have this on the rocks? Can I have this drink? Can I get that with some Red Bull and a little, you know, heavy on the alcohol? And I'm like, can I have some water on the rocks with a lemon inside? Thank you. I just do not like the feeling of being drunk. And I don't like being around drunk people. It really irritates me, but because I guess because I'm sober. If I was drunk, it wouldn't really frustrate me as much. But yeah, I don't like the taste of alcohol. I don't like the feeling of alcohol. I don't like what it does to you. But that's if you abuse it. And I tried to drink, you know, cute little drinks. The most daring I can get is like a pina colada. So that really tells you how much I don't drink. What are your current favorite makeup products, palettes? This isn't a palette that it comes already made, but my favorite shadows lately have been Makeup Geek. They are like the bomb diggity. I probably sounded so cheesy saying that, but whatever. Yeah, that's like my favorite eyeshadow palette. And my favorite blush palette, again, it's something I custom made with MAC blushes. I just have to get one more. So I definitely tried to answer as many questions as I could possibly fit in a video. There was a lot more questions, but we would be here for like 2 hours. And I know you guys aren't gonna sit through a video that long. So I'll probably break this up into another video to try to answer some more questions. If I don't answer it through YouTube, I'll answer it through Snapchat. So just stay tuned. I will let you guys know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the questions. It's so cool to see how like interested people are in like certain aspects of my life and my point of view on things, and they actually trust my judgment in the makeup industry with some of your makeup questions. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, even though I kind of slacked off posting videos, but I promise I will get better. Yeah, so thank you guys, I really appreciate it.